Hey guys, so welcome back to Indirect Knowledge. This is Chandra, and tonight we're doing a tarot card reading for Karen. So Karen's had a situation with a next door neighbor to where she works at. This person's been problematic, at least it seems that way. He's just kind of been a headache. And so she went to confront him about a recent issue, kind of one-on-one. And he basically just said, oh, I'm actually really a nice guy, and try to kind of more or less, say that he would take care of things, this, that, and the other, and not to worry and what have you. So, and this was regarding a neighbor that he was kind of given a hard time with, and hard time to, or something about parking issue or something along those lines. But what Karen would like to know is if this person is genuine. I mean, are they sincerely a nice person, or is it going to be a problem? Not just for them, but just for people in general. This person's, is a business owner, a lot of money. Sometimes there's a sense of entitlement that goes with that, and that can translate into bad behavior. So let's find out. Just what the cards really have to say about this person, just to kind of get some insight into them. So we'll just do a 7-card draw and find out what's going on. We get there. So okay. So in the past, this person was pretty much a miser, held on to a lot of things. This is the miser card, and it's all about money and stuff. So it's just about kind of holding on too tightly to what you've got, never sharing with others. It makes sense, right? So then the next card we have is the present moment. And the present is sort of this nightmare card. It's sort of like waking up and being confronted with this sort of horrible nightmare that we've just had. And it's kind of where you're in that in-between stage. You don't really know if you're awake or you're asleep or you're dreaming or not. And when you've had a terrible nightmare and you wake up from it, it's sort of like you're a little bit like discombobulated. You're a little bit like almost like in a kind of a trance. You're kind of like unaware of what's going on. It's kind of like you're aware of everything and yet not aware. And that's what this card's really all about. So this person is sort of like not really knowing like what they've gotten themselves into. And, it's almost sort of like there's that feeling of like sometimes fear comes along with this card. So that person may be experiencing fear of loss or fear of, losing out on something, or they may be trying to like preserve what they've got, some assets and different things. So that's could be like what's really going on right now in the current situation with the person. And then we have the in the future, and I'm calibrated to about 3 months out. So is the Ace of Swords. Now the Ace of Swords is really about new ideas, new thoughts, things coming about, putting our own spin on things. Maybe things have been controlled in a certain way for a certain period of time, normally governed by like old rules or old ways of doing things. And this is going to be some kind of like a newer energy, but it's going to start in the mind. And so this person is going to be working out, working out ways of kind of moving this enterprise forward, being able to move their business forward. And with that comes change. So we'll start to see some different things shift in that. Now, I'm not really picking that this person's a really bad person or anything per se as of yet. So, so the next card that we have is this kind of the next third of the reading, I guess you would say. We did the first third, now this is really the second third. So the next card we have is sort of we talked about this card here being the present moment, kind of waking up from the nightmare. This card is sort of what's going on with that, sort of the energy that really kind of gives us a little bit more insight into the current situation in that. And it's where we're kind of going from like in the past, things have been a little rough. Now we're slowly moving forward. We're kind of moving forward into a better direction, just a more calmer direction. And so like sometimes when you're starting something new or you're embarking on a new journey or something like that, you can have a little bit of rough waters to begin with, some rough situation. But as time goes on, things are going to even out, balance out, smooth out. And that's what's really going on with the person right now. They're trying to get their bearings. They're trying to figure things out. And the stress is leaving. And now, yeah, so makes perfect sense. In the past, the behavior was a little bit, erratic, not so nice. And then the interaction that you had with this person. So, well, no, I'm actually a nice guy, and this, that, and the other. It's true. This is kind of what I'm picking up. The person is kind of moving more in that direction. Like we all have, like anytime we're confronted with stress or overbearance of a lot going on, we might be, we might act, out of our norm, so to speak. We may not act like we normally would. And so what this person does is they're going away from that negativity more toward positive territory. Excuse me. So yeah, so that's where we're at with that. Now, let's look at Karen just kind of with the situation, kind of, we have the King of Wands, and this is really kind of where Karen, our querent here, the person asking this question about all of this, is kind of at, like, or would like to see happen. It's sort of the attitude about things. It's sort of this King of Wands is like taking action. Not just giving in to intimidation or anything like that, but just really, taking authority of the matter, getting out there and taking action, more of an action taker. Whereas this person that we're talking about is more in their mind. They're more kind of like, let's just kind of think things through a little bit, this, that, and the other, so, I don't want to say mind games or anything, but they're just more on the mental realm, less about taking action. It's like, that's not really so much the important thing with them. They might say something or talk about something, but the chances of them actually taking action is less. Excuse me. But Karen, on the other hand, it's just like the confrontation, talking to this person, going to bat for the other person. That's where she's at. That makes sense. And then as far as where our outcome goes, it's all about justice. And that's what's up. So fairness is going to supersede everything. Justice isn't blind. You notice there's no blindfold on justice here. And it's about, balancing out things as far as our actions and our thoughts and our ideals about things, and just, doing the right thing. And that's what this person is really all about at the end of the day. It's just about, fairness, and that's what this person is seeking. That's what this person will do. So it's not going to be a bad neighbor. It's not going to be a bad person that's going to be, quote unquote, the enemy or the perceived enemy. But this person, they just want what's fair. They don't want to be taken advantage of, but at the same time, they don't want to break the laws or try to, be a tyrant or, so this person isn't tyrannical per se, and doesn't want to cause a lot of problems, but at the same time, they do want to make sure that, that their position is fair, that they're not getting taken advantage of either. So that's kind of what's going on with it. And so what's really the key to this fairness, like trying to get this kind of an outcome in the end, which is, pretty much a guarantee. That's this Page of Pentacles right here. Page of Pentacles is about, new money, new enterprise. It's really a message about money and that kind of thing. And it's really about, when we see this card here come up and it's got the money and stuff, it's really this kind of, don't think about, don't worry too much about the financial side of this guy or anything like that. I really picked that he's really, as far as, generous goes, these old ways of being were just kind of more kind of holding on, not really sharing the wealth or sharing the prosperity and things. That's sort of like an afterthought nowadays. Person is shifting into a new territory, one of abundance and sharing. So a lot of better things are in store for this person. And as this person utilizes money better, you'll find that things will be a lot better for the situation. So you won't run into as many issues. Probably won't run into very many more even in the near future. Probably this will be, more or less an afterthought, something not to really consider too much, Karen. So anyways, I hope this helps. I mean, I think the person's pretty safe. I don't think you're in a bad situation with them whatsoever. Nothing to concern over too much. So yeah, that's that. So anyways, let me know how it goes for you. I definitely would love to know. And guys, if you guys haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel, like the video if you like it, and by all means, if you can, if you want to, you can hit that bell notification on the videos. And then when we come online, if you want to jump in the chat, we have online chat feature. I don't have it activated right this minute. It's a little too early in the morning for doing too long of readings, but oftentimes when I have the free time, kind of like my counseling hours or something, work hours for doing service, we can come online. You can jump in the chat if you have questions or something you'd like to ask. You can do that. I'll answer the questions for you. No worries. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun when we do those kind of streams. But anyway, if you'd like to help out the monks or anything, a lot of you guys probably watched the channel for a while, know that I'm a monk. If you'd like to help us out with our service and everything that we've got going on, you're welcome to do that. All that information is in the description below this video. Also, if you just want some spiritual direction or anything along those lines, and you'd like to reach out, by all means, please do. I'm always here for you. Everything, of course, is confidential, just between you and I. And that's it. So again, all that information is in the description below this video. If you want to call during business hours or anything, you're welcome to do that as well. My phone number for the office is in the description below this video. If you don't pick up, please do leave a voicemail message, and I'll call you back as soon as I can. Anyways, much love, many blessings. If you guys need anything, please reach out to me. I'm always here for you, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of Indirect Knowledge.